Hi, everyone, and welcome. We bring you a regular... Taking a look at New Orleans, and so far, they are 0-2 in the NBA Cup. Not the start they were hoping for.
Well, this has been a little bit of a nightmare start in the Cup for them. Their full focus should be on the regular season.
And as for the Warriors, a win and a loss in their first 2 Cup games. A win gets them over 500 in group play.
And honestly, B.A., they have to win this game if they want any shot to advance. Considering they're the road team tonight, a victory won't be easy.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Paz make up the backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Here's McCollum. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Ingram. McCollum outside. And he buries his first look.
Above everything else, McCollum is a scorer first. Even when there's contact, he'll find a way to finish.
Outside Kuminga. Back to Curry. The 3. Knocks down the triple. Curry's got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Willie Green for a minute. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. The 3 from Thompson. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
He gets it in there.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pelicans trail by 8. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
One thing we saw from them that game, and we see it around the league, an over-dependency on the 3 ball.
Well, you have to be able to use the 3-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. In that game, it was just not there for them.
And here we have the top free throw shooters in the league right now. 5th, Stephen Curry.
He's not a guy you want to foul. He's so calm at the line, sinks his free throws with ease.
Alvarado, the pass to Williamson. Olynyk up top. Pass to McCollum. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Pelicans trail by 8. Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But I give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
And the Warriors with possession here. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. Tries the 9-footer. No good off the back of the rim. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Pass to Williamson. Olynyk for 3. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist.
Nice when coaches have a trigger man from the 5 spot. Kelly Olynyk can do that.
Outside Podziemski. Now here's Curry. 23 points for him last game against Atlanta.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Ingram against Thompson for 3. McCollum. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. The Warriors lead by 3. Back to Curry from deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 11.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Podziemski.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Outside Curry from behind the arc. Curry with another miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
McCollum outside. Back to Williamson. Shoots over Curry. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Warriors have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. And here's Kuminga for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Kuminga against Olynyk. McCollum right side. Back to Olynyk. Clock at 6. And again, New Orleans no good. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. 6-point game. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
The shot by Ingram, no good.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Curry with it. He's got 13. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. And now an 11-point Warrior lead. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
We've got Trey Murphy. Larry Nance is out there with Herb Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Daniels in at the point. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
This is just not a surprise. Steph Curry is having a massive offensive game.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Šarić. Now Curry from deep three-point land. Rebounded by Daniels.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
There's Murphy using that length inside.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Checked in for the Pelicans. And Golden State also making a switch. Looney's checked in. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Paul taking his time here. Pass to Wiggins. And Grant, one thing we've seen so far with the NBA Cup tournament, it's been an absolute blast for the fans.
Yeah, B.A., it's the ideal way to make games more engaging. Fans love to brag about anything their team does. So in that regard, giving regular season games this extra spice has been a huge success.
Now here's Nance. Pass to Alvarado. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 7.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Green, a screen. Wiggins for 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Misses from close range.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
The kick out, Curry. Outside, Green. Just 5 to shoot. Releases. The kick out, Curry. Oh, Curry. Just nasty from downtown.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Podziemski subbed in for Paul. Pelicans trail by 9. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Thompson's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Williamson. For 3, McCollum. Hauled in by Curry. The Warriors lead by 9. Outside Podziemski. Oh, wow, Kuminga playing way above the rim.
Oh, that's impressive. Kuminga with the catch and the flush.
Here's Ingram, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. There's McCollum with the 3. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 4 rebounds now.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
For New Orleans, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Ingram on the wing, defended by Thompson. Jones sets a screen. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. There's a screen by Kuminga. Oh, Curry making it look effortless.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Jones with a screen on Thompson. Here's Ingram. It's rebounded by Golden State. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Pass to Curry. And here's Kuminga. And Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Pelicans making a switch here. Olenek's checked in. And Golden State also making a switch. Paul, he's checked in for Stephen Curry. That free throw good from Kuminga. And we're almost halfway through the group stage. Do coaches start thinking a little bit about how tiebreakers might come into effect here?
You know, maybe. Point differential is the second tiebreaker after head-to-head record. So that might be in the back of their minds. You're going to want to make sure you put up some big numbers in the group stage if you can.
Both free throws good for Kuminga. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Pelicans have a young star tandem in Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. And C.J. McCollum said to win in today's NBA, you need those big, versatile forwards who can do a little bit of everything. We have two of the best in the league, and when you're playing well, it makes the game easier for all of us. Brian?
It's a great perspective. Thanks, Allie. First free throw is good. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trayce Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
That one misses. And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
The Warriors lead by 13. Here's Podziemski. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's McCollum, coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. 6 on the shot clock. Podziemski grabs the board. Here's Golden State. They're on a 12-3 run. The 3 from Thompson. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Trayce Jackson-Davis, 2 shots.
That one misses. So he can't get either to fall.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And here's Ingram. Olynyk with a screen on Thompson.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so that brings the first half to a close. The Warriors on top. They lead by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they've had some hiccups early on, but I don't think that takes away from the potential of this team. With their talent and coaching, they could easily mount a challenge for the top spot before it's over.
And now revisiting that first half for Steph Curry, he was lights out.
Well, Steph came out here with something to prove tonight. He's still an MVP level player. The man just keeps winning titles.
You gotta love how competitive he is, big fella, in all phases of the game.
Say it with us, Shaq. He makes it look Steffortless.
Steffortless.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The Warriors lead by 12. Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Thompson out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 down low. Good on the shot.
What else can you say about Steph Curry? Simply one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen.
Picked by Williamson. A clear look from McCollum. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Now Podziemski. Outside Curry. Launches a 3. Sinks the tray. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And the foul called on Brandon Podziemski. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Williamson outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Ingram. The rebound by Klay Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Kuminga, the pass to Curry. To the inside. Here's Podziemski. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now. McCollum, the pass to Ingram. Williamson with a screen on Thompson from the wing. And the shot falls short that time. The Warriors lead by 15. And here's Curry for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to review the game plan. What a rookie year for Brandon Podziemski. A seamless transition into the league.
You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now that's some heady play for a rookie. Podziemski has got a great calmness and great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play.
We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Warriors, right now 5th in the division, right in the middle. And of course the Pelicans, they're a ways down in the standings.
Well, I think for Golden State, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Now here's Alvarado. No points so far. Olynyk passes to McCollum. No good on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, that sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
That free throw no good. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
And he sinks the second. Pelicans trail by 19. McCollum taking his time here. That one's off. Still out of sync.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Thompson, and the Warriors miss again. The Pelicans have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. McCollum outside. Ingram on the wing. Looking to end this cold spell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Klay Thompson picks one up.
Ingram adding more muscle and a little more moxie each and every year.
After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
That free throw good from Ingram.
When you add the length to the skill set that Brandon Ingram brings to every game, you really have a tough matchup for any opponent.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
I think Brandon Ingram, not only a great story in his own right, starting to find out just how capable he is as a talent in this league, but also for executives about being patient and letting that talent develop. Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Ingram against Thompson. McCollum with a screen on Thompson. He shoots it. And again, New Orleans no good.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Back to Podziemski. Outside Curry. Fires at the elbow. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Ingram. Soft touch off the glass. Ingram's got 9.
And gotta love the long, long arms of Brandon Ingram.
Now here's Podziemski. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. The 3 from Curry. Drops in the 3. Curry's got 13 points here in the second half alone. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Let's give a huge New Orleans welcome to the Pelicans High Squad. A team now on the court is your High Squad. Get back. We got the 3 teams on the way. Get on your feet and let me know you need one.
Daniels is checked in for Alvarado. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. Second, the Warriors.
And if you turn the ball over when you play this team, you're going to regret it. They just have a knack for knowing how to capitalize off other teams' mistakes.
Here's Daniels. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Olynyk. And again, New Orleans no good. And here are the Warriors now. They're on a 16-5 run. Thompson no good.
Hey, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Olynyk. Pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by New Orleans.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Daniels passes to Olynyk. Here's Daniels from the arc. He drops it from range. Daniels has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Podziemski. Tipped. Outside Curry. Fires for 3. Pelicans cleared away. Williamson's got 8 rebounds in the game. Ingram on the wing. Pass to Daniels. Williamson with it. Launches it. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Thompson left side. Tries to break his ice. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Williamson. And here's Olynyk. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Green. Thompson outside. Up and over McCollum. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Daniels. Tries it from 19. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They're feeling great, a 21-point lead. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Herb Jones out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Alvarado in at the 1 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. The shot by Ingram, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Back to Wiggins. Takes a 13-footer. That one goes in.
We've seen Wiggins and that jump shot really evolve over the years. He doesn't waste chances. He's efficient from there.
Here's Daniels. Jones with a screen on Curry. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
That free throw, no good.
Dyson Daniels, when he steps onto the court, he's got a hunger to make an impact, and he's trying to put his team in position to win.
And he can't hit the second. The Warriors lead by 23. Payton passes to Paul. Outside Curry. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Curry's got 43 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And the three-pointer goes.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Here's Daniels. Jones sets a screen. Here's Daniels. Alvarado, left side. The three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside, Green. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Alvarado, the pass to Daniels. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Brett, you had a ton of playoff experience as a player. What was the atmosphere of the NBA postseason like?
Well, the intensity certainly picks up, BA, but looking back at it, it's so fun to see the amount of attention that all of a sudden comes with playoff basketball. So many more fans, so many more cameras, so much on the line. It's really where you enjoy all that hard work.
Lennox checked in for Jones. Williamson comes in for Ingram, and it's McCollum in for Daniels. Podziemski's checked in for the Warriors. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
Quick into the air, Andrew Wiggins up and throws it down.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Williamson with a screen on Paul. And it's Alvarado missing.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to hurry, late clock. And it's Alvarado missing. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Wiggins, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It'll be on Zion Williamson. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, Good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. I hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable. And Andrew Wiggins came into this league as such a special talent. It's so great to see all of that blossoming this far into his career.
And the Warriors shooting around 50% in the game so far. Outside Paul. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best. Inside, Zion just a monster. He can go over or through opposition.
Paul with it. Outside Holiday. Green up top. Over Olynyk. And the Warriors miss again. The Pelicans have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Holiday against McCollum. Back to Alvarado. Now here's Ingram. He's covered closely. Unable to get that one. And so Paul will bring it up for the Warriors. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Inside. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Outside Ingram. Over Payton. The shot by Ingram, no good.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Burks has checked in. Gets the 3 to fall.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
The shot by Ingram, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Green with a screen on Williamson. Wiggins from long range. Rebounded by Ingram.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's McCollum with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. And they picked up their second win in the group stage of the NBA Cup.
Well, that moves them to 2-1 during group play. And by avoiding that second loss, they put themselves in a good position to advance to the next round.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just, you know, enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's reveal our player of the game, Stephen Curry.